Alright guys, welcome back, and today I'm doing another video of my celebrity astrology. I wanted to do this video for a while, and I wanted to just kind of make a bunch of celebrity astrology videos and see what comes of it, and just do it. So this actually, as I'm sure you see by the title, is the astrology for Shawn Mendes. So Shawn Mendes is a very popular artist right now, and he's doing very, very well with his career. And he kind of got skyrocketed to the top, and now he's in like a world tour and has all these stadiums he's selling out. And I feel very, very, excited to talk about this, and I really believe he's a great guy. And I like his energy in this chart. As I don't know if you said, if you watched my other video about my James Charles Astrological Analysis, but both of them don't have a birth time. So because there is no birth time, I cannot get the ascendant. I can't get like the houses or anything like that. I can only work off of what is in the chart and the planets that are at his birth. This reading isn't going to be extremely accurate because I don't have that information to be able to tell you, but I still have quite enough information to be able to make an informed, conversation about this. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing I want to start with is this is his sun right here. So his sun is going to be in the sign of Leo. Okay, and if you see this is his sun, and if you see those red lines right here in the middle of that circle, those are what's called an opposition. So those are causing an opposition with his moon as well as his Uranus. So he was born on a full moon, which is a pretty unique thing. It happens, every month or so, but it's still unique to be born on a full moon because it means that the energies that you are, you're kind of balancing the energies of that particular sign, because your sun and moon are in the opposite signs. So your solar expression and your lunar expression are going to be at odds with each other, but they are going to ultimately balance each other out. And with him having this, sun moon opposition with Leo and Aquarius, there is a really big need and desire for him to fit in and stand out at the same time. He wants to be part of a group. He wants to feel like he belongs, but he wants to stand out and be creative as well. And that's just something that he, will learn in time. And I have no doubt that he already has learned quite a lot about it. But the more he puts himself on the internet, the more he releases music, the more he's going to be able to feel like he did something creative and has that Leo-like energy. Now we also have his sun conjunct Mercury in Leo here. So because of that, his communication is going to be very creative. He's going to be very artsy, and he's going to want to be heard. He's going to want to be seen. He's going to be known for his words, for his lyrics. Mercury in Leo is all about lyrics and anything creatively made. So he's going to be known for his lyrics. He's going to have very, very touching lyrics that are going to definitely resonate with a lot of people. He has his Mercury opposite his moon. So a lot of his communication is going to go straight towards women, straight towards females, because the moon represents, the female energy and how you kind of emotionally secure yourself. And that was traditionally ruled by the mother and by females. And the moon rules the menstrual cycle, and it rules women. So he has a lot of his communication is going to go and be directed at women, and that's going to be his target audience, and that really is going to be who he connects to. Now I want to move to his Venus and Mars here. So his Venus and Mars are in the sign of Cancer, which is also ruled by the moon. So because of that, he's going to have quite a lot of love from women, a lot of support from women. Venus in Cancer alone is a very soft, emotional, caring person who really wants to just kind of smother their partner and be that person for their partner. And then we have the Mars, which is your sexual energy, your sex drive, in the sign of Cancer, which isn't the best sign for Mars to be in. But because they're conjunct, both his values and his sex drives are kind of combined. So he's going to be able to, it's kind of difficult when a man has not only Mars in Cancer, but Mars conjunct Venus, because it softens that Mars even more. So he might struggle a lot with getting stuff done and motivation and things along those lines, because he just wants to be at home. He wants to be comfortable, and I do feel like he'll be a person, once he's done working and getting himself secured, he's just going to relax and not do anything really, work-wise, because he has completed a lot. He has done quite a lot. After this tour, I really believe he's going to just relax quite a lot, and maybe find a partner or some woman to spend some time with and just smother and be comfortable with, and it's something that I feel like he's going to do. So yeah, we have his Mars and Venus conjunct each other, and that is also opposite his Neptune. So if you see that little red line there, that is in the middle of that circle there, that's the opposition. So we have that opposing Neptune in Aquarius. So Aquarius rules the masses, and Neptune rules disillusionment and not being able to see things clearly. Venus and Neptune are both on the same, not on the same spectrum, but Neptune is the higher evolved version of Venus. So because of that, a lot of his fans are going to be people that idolize him and that project these things onto him, that he is so much more and so much better and the perfect man and the perfect lover and all of these things, because they see that in him. And having that opposition is, whenever there's an opposition, a lot of the time it will lead to an external action, external kind of manifestation of sorts, where you will see the things happening in an external world as opposed to a struggle that comes from the psyche and comes from the internal world. It's something that you'll see a lot in relationships. So a lot of his relationships are going to be some people not really seeing him clearly and seeing his motives clearly. So he might have some trouble with expressing himself in a relationship and being able to be in one, just because that's something that he, having that Venus-Mars conjunction is very difficult for a man. So then let's just move over to his Saturn over here. So Saturn is, the builder. It's the planet of restrictions. It's the planet of karma and lessons. And he has it in Taurus, which is all about self-worth and self-value, and money and acquired assets and things like that, in that nature. And, Saturn in Taurus definitely, in the long run, makes you a very strong person when it comes to finances and money. It makes you amass quite a lot of money. But the thing that he needs to learn is to not just focus on him and be able to share that with everyone else, and show that he is a caring person and support and give back. But he has an Aquarius moon, so I have no doubt that he's going to be able to do that, because Aquarius moons are very giving and very humanitarian and want to help people out, especially financially. So once he gets to a much better financial point, I do feel like he's going to definitely reach out to a lot of charities and really help, bring make the world a better place, because he has that Aquarius energy in him. And we have that Saturn squaring that energy, so a lot of his restrictions about money, he's getting it from, the masses, from that Aquarius-like energy where Neptune and Uranus are at. And his Saturn and Taurus wants to hold on to that and wants to find a good use for it. And I think he's very, very young to be getting this much money, and I think it's something that he's going to struggle with, having to budget and having to, finance his money. It would be very smart of him to get a financial advisor. But he's very, he's going to be very successful financially. And I know he already has been, but he's going to be much more in the future. He just has to keep, staying true to himself and not getting disillusioned and making impulse purchases and things along those lines. So Saturn and Taurus is a very interesting placement in that, because self-worth and self-value and self-esteem are things that he struggles with. And I think if he, wrote more music about that, he would definitely be a lot more, a lot different, instead of just going and fitting into the cookie cutter mold that Hollywood wants him to be. I really believe if he started being more vulnerable and more deep, he would be able to really get a much better impact and really change a lot of people's voice, or a lot of people's lives with his voice. And I think that's what the goal is. He just needs to really make sure that he's doing it for the right reasons and not just for the monetary gain. So yeah, the last thing I want to talk about is his Jupiter, which is, oh my gosh, so well aspected. So his Jupiter is in Pisces. It is trining both his Venus and Mars, sextiling his Neptune, and trining his Pluto. Pretty much what that all means is that the universe is on his side, wants to support him. His beliefs are in alignment with everything, and his beliefs are really what help him get through his days and get through what he's going through. Jupiter trine Pluto, but in itself is a very powerful aspect. They're able to really impact and influence a lot of people with their beliefs and with their voice. And then we have it, trining his Venus and Mars, so he could have quite a lot of luck in the area of relationships and family as well. He has a very supportive family. And then we have that sextiling of Neptune, which is not a big aspect, but it's something that proves that he'll be able to express himself in an artistic way a lot easier. So his beliefs are really what make him the person he is today. And I know that he's a very strong individual and very strong-willed. The only advice I would give him is to just manage your finances and make sure that you're willing to let your guard down and be yourself and be the softy that you are at heart. Because he's a very sweet guy. But yeah, so that is the astrology of Shawn Mendes. This is my second celebrity astrology video. I'm going to be doing more of these in the future. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I love you guys. If you guys want more of this content, make sure to comment, like, subscribe as well. And you guys are great. I love you, and I will see you guys next time. All right, bye.